What is the crystalline grid? What is this thing about the blueprint for the new humanity, the blueprint for the new earth, the blueprint of every human, the divine blueprint? What is all of this? Have you ever experienced the crystalline grid? Do you know of its existence and why it's there? What's the purpose of it? This and so much more is the topic of today's conversation. And once again, thank you for stopping by and for being here. Just this morning, I had one of the classes where I teach the crystalline soma healing method, and it was such an expansive thing to connect with the crystalline grid in class that I knew immediately that that is the topic that I had to bring forth for my YouTube channel, for my podcast. So here I'm going to introduce to you the crystalline grid. The crystalline grid is, as the name says it, a grid looking like a mesh, like a fisherman's net almost, that surrounds the earth at the fifth dimensional level. And in the intersection of the net, of the fisherman's net, of the mesh, there's crystals that hold information. And the crystalline grid sits there at the level of the fifth dimension because it is an expedient to allow us humans during the ascension time to tap into the information of the divine blueprint for the new earth. Just like the Akashic records have existed for millennia so that humanity could have access to all of the information of past, present, and future lifetimes for each soul that decides to come to Earth. It sits there as an Akashic record field so that humans can access it because the humans that we have been in the densities of the Earth until these times didn't have the capability to go beyond and directly to Creator to get that information, to Source to get that information. The new babies being born, they won't need the Akashic record. They will be able to access all the information for this lifetime and everything they need just directly from Source because the frequencies of the earth are different because of the ascension path, and they won't need anymore to have an expedient such as the Akashic records. The same happens with the crystalline grid. The crystalline grid sits atop the earth at the fifth dimensional level so that we can access the divine blueprint for the new earth without needing to go beyond where we may not reach. It's accessible for us. It's information we need. All of the love, all of the beauty, all of the infinite possibilities for a new earth are imbued in the crystalline grid. And it is through the crystalline grid that we can access all that information. It's an expedient for Creator, for Mother, Father, God, to more easily have us access the divine design of the new earth, but most importantly, our own individual divine design. The divine blueprint of every sentient being, and especially of every human on earth, is imbued in that crystalline grid. We can work with the crystalline grid. We can consciously and with our awareness access the crystalline grid, and we can access information that has to do with our divine blueprint. As a master healer and as a teacher of the crystalline soma healing method, I activate others to become conduits, to allow people to heal themselves, because the name healer, as you probably heard me say before, is not quite adequate, because as healers, we're not really doing the healing, but we are activating a field so that the person that needs the healing or wants and desires the healing is allowing the healing, and they can access the frequencies that are needed for their healing, and also so that the divine surgeons and divine doctors and all of the beings of love and light can work with this person to support them in their own activation of their divine blueprint, this perfect image of who they are, the divine blueprint. because to have dis-ease is nothing else than having lack dis of ease. So it's a disharmony of our physicality and all of our luminous bodies. So when we do a healing, we're helping the person access the divine blueprint for themselves, which has them in full harmony and ease living in their body temples. So the crystalline grid has really a very big role in this moment of ascension. It has a role of allowing us to tap into that divine design, that design that is the perfect expression of who we are, the highest and best expression of who we can be, manifesting our life in its beautiful glory, so that we can truly tap into that and allow ourselves to resonate with that beautiful expression of who we are. And if we cannot do it on our own, it's great. We can work with a healer so that the healer can help us activate that on our own. But what's most important is that the information is there, accessible for all. And that is the role of the crystalline grid. So today, I want to have us all receive a transmission of love and light, tapping into this crystalline grid blueprint for humanity and your own divine blueprint. And that is what I was guided to do today. So I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and to focus your attention on my voice, to allow your mind to quiet and to allow your body to sink into the seat where you're sitting on, allowing Mother Earth to hold you, and tuning into the frequency of this transmission in the now moment, wherever and whenever you are. And feel and allow. I have already opened sacred space and called for protection, so we're operating within a quantum field of love and light, directly accessing the most benevolent creator of love and light, safely, anchored also to the earth, inviting us to follow the path of truth, of right way. And in this moment, working with all the masters of love and light, I'm calling in the frequency of the crystalline grid, and I'm asking our divine teams to support each one of us individually to tap into our unique blueprint for our most beautiful expression of who we are. And feel. Nothing for you to do, simply knowing that you're being held in this moment and loved, and that information is being poured unto you as a transmission of energy for you to be able to access at any time where your willpower and your desire is in alignment with your desire to express the most beautiful and purposeful life. That's all that's needed. And the transmission is going on right now. You may feel it. You may see colors. You may see crystal shapes and colors. You may hear a hum or a sound. Or you may simply know that this is happening. Whatever is the way in which you perceive this truth, there's nothing for you to do but be and rejoice in this moment. And the transmission is coming to a close. And you will continue to feel this activation throughout the day, throughout the night, in dream time. And you may notice in the following days that you are compelled to go deeper in your inner inquiry, to ask questions about your why. Why are you here? What is the reason that you're here in your unique beauty? And when that happens, ask for it to be shown to you with clarity in ways that it is crystal clear for you. What are your next best steps? Still receiving the love through the crystalline grid. I thank all the beings of light and the masters of the white brother sisterhood of light for this blessing, for this transmission, for this activation that supports all of us to be way showers in holding the frequency of the ascension and the new earth. I invite you to take a few deep breaths, to come back fully into your body, to invite your awareness to come fully into your body. You may want to hug yourself if you need to feel yourself fully embodied. Touch your thighs, and then slowly open your eyes. Maybe drink some water. I'm going to drink my mate to help you come fully back into the body. Today's transmission was fully guided. I was asked to be here allowing for this. And what I was asked to share with you is to remember that the ascension is happening for all. The only thing is that in our language, we specify the word ascension for those of us that are aware that this elevating of frequency is unfolding for all of humanity and for our lives. Ascension is happening around us in beauty, in nature, at all times. But many people are asleep or in Maya, in the illusion, or not able to tap into the beautiful higher frequencies of love and light and hope and the vision of the new earth. Many of us are currently struggling, and many of us are really overwhelmed by the lower frequencies of humanity. This does not mean that they're not in the ascension process. The ascension process is now happening. The earth is moving into this process. There is no non-ascension process. The issue is who is awakening, who is aware of it, and who can tap into it and go and ride that wave of the ascension and live a life where that expression of the ascension manifests, so that their soul's purpose can actually implement things at the level that are the three-dimensional level so that we can truly anchor this new earth blueprint. So if you have been called to watch this video today, is because you are one of those that are aware of the awakening. And this was a transmission that was needed for you to go further with ease and grace and beauty. I really want to hear from you because this was a surprise for me too. I'm availing myself for spirit to use me, my voice, and my beingness to support all of humanity, and you especially, who are so lovingly stopping in this moment to listen and receive what I have to say. So thank you for being here. Please subscribe to this channel and please let me know what's happening for you. Love and light.